okay.
Well, okay.
And
Not
here's the
bad.
fun. And here's the fun part. Here's your damage, and here's your weakness to fire damage.
Well, I know what sword I'm using.
You did 100 and I'm sorry, you did 52 damage.
Holy hammer.
Since it's not laser but plasma, I imagine there's kickback on it, and Lan is probably laughing.
Yes, it does kick back, and you see very quickly the small orb of energy fly out of it, slam into the side of the dragon with enough force that it blows off a bunch of scales, and you see blood fly and splatter on the snow behind it.
Lan begins to shoulder it for another blast, but then considers that he did remember that it has limited ammunition, whatever that means. So he's going to instead cast. He's instead going to cast Flame Strike on it, like behind it somewhere.
Okay, somewhere where it just hits the white dragon. Yeah,
with the other dragon. Which I'm sure it's a freaking golden dragon. So my brain says, yeah, fire won't hurt it, but I don't know. Well, he succeeded.
Yeah, but it's still a minimum half plus 10, so...
decent damage.
23 damage.
I gotta get me one of those in hammer form.
I believe that ends your turn. Yes, Setari, it is your turn.
Okay, this thing on the ground?
Yes.
Okay.
It landed to attack the Sovereign Dragon.
Alright, is any of this slippery?
Everything that is not path is rough terrain. I'm sorry, I should have clarified that.
Okay. So it'll...
As always, Ko is out front tanking, because anytime I place you on a scene, I always place Ko out front.
Okay, so it takes you one rough terrain to get out of the snow over there.
Negate that one rough terrain to get out of the snow, because y'all would have all been on the path. I just had to put you somewhere on the map.
Okay, that's fine. I can still get there. I have 35.
And again, y'all started farther away, but I'm gonna say y'all ran up to this point before you started shooting.
Okay, so this is fine. I'm gonna be here.
Okay.
Alright. And there's another roar joining this battle.
Wowzers.
This Imperial Dragon must just be like the hammer going on. Enjoying a nice day out in the snow. And then...
When the Sovereign Dragon bites it, the White Dragon's blood sprays out on it.
Oh yeah, they had something like that, yeah.
Do Setari things. Oh wait, Karth, it's your turn.
Yeah.
You did Setari things.
Yeah, I moved and roared. That's me.
I'm gonna move up to there and then cast Searing Light at the White Dragon.
Okay.
Let's see. I imagine that's a miss.
That is a miss.
Yeah. Alright, that's my turn.
It's been a while since you missed with a spell. You just had to remind yourself that you can't hit with spells.
Yes, correct.
Go.
Alright. Well, Setari made this hard.
Ko, get up there and grapple it.
Like you've never hit her with spells.
Let me
You are completely right.
reveal that. There we go. Where
I also
are you?
have that
Okay, you're
spell.
targeting. Are you targeting so it does not hit the Sovereign Dragon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
Then
makes
Setari,
it hard.
you get a reflex.
Yep.
Why?
I apologize in advance.
I made it.
You don't have to do a template,
Do-do-do.
but you do have to do your damage.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
only
too
Fireball.
much.
You didn't have to get Setari in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wanted to.
Nah. Oh no, my temp HP.
Don't forget about your fire resist ring.
Yep, that's why I took 7 instead.
Alright, and then I move 25. I'm gonna go
Okay.
melee it.
I draw my katana, and then I sudden charge it.
Well, you cannot sudden charge
Extra
the rough
beaker.
terrain.
I mean, I can just go around. I have enough movement.
Yeah, sudden charge is no longer a line.
Yeah, charging is not a line anymore.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, I just moved there like that because it's quicker to do.
Co trips you.
Yep. I'm joking.
That is a hit. I questioned if I should do this, and now I'm going to. So he has the elite template halfway through the battle.
Yeah.
And there goes the bonus HP he just got. Okay, next turn.
My turn.
White dragons are kind of the weakest dragons.
Oh yeah, by
Mainly
far.
because they don't survive.
Oh,
long.
actually, Ikrie, you take that in cold damage. You are slowed 1 for 1 round.
Ew. Okay.
Ikrie and Setari make a reflex save. You need one too, Dragon.
Wow, just again.
Dragon
on
don't
the
care.
turn. Okay.
It's not doing a breath buff.
I can roll well against Ko's, but enemies I'm still rusty on apparently. Oh, gosh!
God, no! I'm a hero point that.
Yep. Cool. Ikrie, you succeed. Setari, you fail. So he slams the ground, sending like the shockwave to all of you and sending snow flying up everywhere. You take that damage.
I have a question. Does it have
Ew,
an aura?
bludgeoning.
What'd you say?
Does it have an aura fear?
Frightful presence. 90
Yeah.
feet. Well, this one's not as scary.
Okay. So we all take full damage.
You failed, so you take full damage. Setari passed, so she takes half.
The other way.
What?
Ikrie passed, I failed.
Yeah, whatever. It's a basic save, so you know what to do.
Oh.
And after slamming the ground, part of his slamming the ground is he steps.
Aww.
Aww.
That's a
Dragons
step,
are
not a stride.
Dragons are smart.
Well, barbarians don't have that
I don't know
ability.
about
Come
white
on.
dragons, but yeah.
I am going to do this, though. Both Ikrie and Setari, since you got close to him, this is Setari first, then Ikrie, and cold damage. If you are within 5 feet of him, you take cold damage.
Okay.
But he does his step. Then he spends an action to get off the ground and start flying. And then he spends another action to start flying away.
Okay, cool. I know what I'm doing on my turn.
Same.
He flies 80 feet away.
I can still hit him.
That's not nearly far enough.
But he is, well, actually he flies about, we'll say like 50 feet away, but he does go 30 feet up into the air in the process.
Still not far enough away.
No, he's going more straight up. He goes 30 feet up and, yeah, okay.
That's fine. I've got a range of 500 feet on.
I've got 120 feet plus 40 feet straight up, but I can target it in the air, so that doesn't matter.
Okay, so he is 50 feet away, 30 feet up. So in one move action, this dragon runs over here and does his breath weapon up into the air. He passes.
That does not look like fire.
It is not fire.
Yeah.
Lan, it is your turn. He is beyond 1 range increment for you, so you take a -2 to this shot.
I'm not shooting him.
Oh. What are you doing then?
I move 30 feet up and then cast Flame Strike on him again.
What is the range on Flame Strike?
120 feet, and it's a 10
Then, yep.
burst.
If you move 30 feet up, you got it. Go.
No. Hey.
Not by much. He is still alive. Setari?
I made the wisdom check on this. She's gonna feel real smart that she remembers she can do this and dumb at the same time. I use a moment of clarity so that I can cast, and I cast Ray of Frost at it. It's the only thing I have that's ranged.
Beautiful.
Well,
Yep.
don't bother
Gorgeous.
rolling because it's immune to cold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Karth, it's your turn.
Karth just crit.
On a spell.
I'm the best!
No, he didn't. Karth can't hit with spells.
I
Big
mean,
damage.
the evidence begs to differ.
Searing light is where it's at, man.
It only takes 7 damage
Aww.
Impossibility.
because that's all it needed to die.
Yay.
And it probably would have still taken the good damage if it had survived the fire.
Karth is pretty
No.
hyped about what he just did.
It just went down. Move up.
It went down farther away than that. I'm just keeping it on the
Okay.
battle map.
Karth, it looks like you may have downed it.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
My spell actually hit?
Yeah, nice shot.
No, we're still in combat though, so I can't really say that much.
How far out are they?
This one is right here on the map.
Okay. I will cast this at it. Oh wait, no. I don't think I have the
Yeah,
range.
feet.
Yeah. Never mind. I will
Too late,
save
you
that for
did
next
it.
turn.
You did it. Too late.
I can't reach it.
Yes, Ikrie.
Hey, when it did its breath weapon, what kind of what shape did it take?
Who?
The
Sovereign?
Dragon. Yeah.
You don't know.
How did
We
we,
did-
not know? We saw
we
it
didn't
fire
see
in
it.
the air.
There was nothing to see. You just saw it open its mouth and like kind of scream as if it was doing a breath, and the dragon just started like trembling as if it was taking damage.
Interesting. I'll yell in Draconic. You alright? That's it. That's all I'm doing.
We're gonna end combat because it was about to attack y'all, but you have called out asking if it was okay, so it is now able to distinguish friend from foe instead of turning around and doing a mental breath weapon against everyone in the party.
Hey, to be fair, they could also turn around and see we all visibly relaxed when.
Yeah, like weapons are being sheathed.
Oh, do you want to go ahead and throw that heal on it?
I
That's
high five
combat, yeah.
Karth. Nice shot.
Karth's like looking at his hand in disbelief. Oh, thanks. I think that's one of the few times that's actually worked.
Oh Jesus.
Not bad.
Ah! Positive. Ah!
Well, that would change our thoughts about it.
Oh, wait, a heal heard it? Okay, I draw my sword again.
Yeah. Hold on.
I'll battle medicine it. Why not?
You do not. It does not let you get that close to it.
Oh, well then I guess I don't. I do approach it to heal it, but if it backs up, I don't make any effort.
Skittish cat.
You hear, in Draconic, thank you for your assistance.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
What'd he say?
Oh, yeah, I'm just
He
looking
said
at
thank
Ko.
you for our
He
assistance.
thanked us.
Tell him I said you're welcome.
He also says
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. That was not in Draconic. That was an Infernal.
That doesn't seem any better.
Oh, my weapon may not be sheathed.
Do you understand Infernal?
No, but I would have heard it, you know, being in hell and all.
You heard it quite a bit in hell, I'm sure.
Yeah, Ko will respond to it. You're welcome. Are you out of place here? Or?
Very much so, yes. He sees the rest of you looking puzzled at him. Ikrie putting her hand on her sword. And he switches to Celestial. Is this language more preferred by your people?
Well,
Yes.
now I don't understand him.
Lan says yes.
I don't understand that language. I say in Infernal.
Oh.
Not-
I just
Then,
keep looking around the party. I don't know.
He switches to Common. How about to this one?
Yes.
Yeah, we all.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yes.
perfect.
It's been a long time since I have spoken to people. I am sorry. Again, thank you for your assistance.
You're very well.
Of course.
What is a dragon such as yourself doing so far deep into the mountains of cold?
I have been told by other of my kind that... Give me a moment. He kind of leans back on his snake-like body, raising his front claws up, and you see him forming like some kind of magic spell. And his hands begin glowing, and he holds his claws out in front of all of you and goes, "Oh, none of you are evil. That is good."
I mean, yeah.
Not something I'm aware of.
Then really-
Now, as his hands wave over, he stopped in front of Setari.
Be quite
Yes.
a twist if he went over to Karth and saw evil.
Setari is evil. Divine Wrath. Wait, Lan, is that your version of Detect Evil? I guess Divine Wrath.
Yeah.
If it works, I know.
It either
Single target detect evil.
well, there's only two outcomes. You're good or you deserve it. So
I have been told that there is a plant that grows somewhere in this mountain range that I can use to bring my mate back to life.
God, hammer.
Well, this is awkward.
We're also looking for such a plant.
Yes, we also wish to return one of our close allies.
He reaches up under some of his gold scales, and as his shoulders shift, you see that these are not actual scales. He is wearing gold-plated armor that goes down his body. And he reaches under it and he pulls out a... What the hell did I call it? Something lily. Snowstar lily. He pulls out this beautiful star-shaped lily that can only be the Snowstar lily, and he holds it and goes, "I have found one. I feel like the honorable thing to do would be to give it to you, and I will continue searching for the other to bring back my love, as I fear I may have been killed by that other dragon had you not intervened."
Could just search for the second one together.
Yeah.
Yes, could we really take that away from you?
It took me about 7 years to find this one.
Oh, jeez.
I was told the ritual involving that flower would only work within 1 year.
Well, it depends on who is casting it. The flower is but an ingredient for the ritual.
Fair enough.
Also, my love is kept in stasis, so time has not passed for her body.
Well, that's a good way to do it.
I only hope the stasis magics extend to the brood within her.
You said you've been
Well,
looking for this for 7 years?
Yes, but I was able to find it. It was quite strange. I found it not terribly far from there, near a nest of the white dragons. And I guess because I had gotten close to them, they picked up my scent. That was the third one to attack me since I found the flower.
So is that many out you?
It could be that these flowers perhaps grow near white dragons.
That would make them horribly inconvenient to harvest.
To the best of my knowledge, these flowers can only grow on soil that has been stained with the blood of a white dragon.
So, like, right here.
You just point over at the dead white dragon.
Yeah.
Just theoretically, one day, a snowflower lily should grow there.
Is there a certain time it takes, or?
If we harvested some blood and placed it somewhere more reachable?
It must be in these conditions, in this form of terrain. And even then, it is not a surefire thing that it will happen, but it's just one of the many things that must transpire for one to grow.
I will take the time to mark this location on our map.
Just in case, yeah.
Yep.
Not a bad call.
Yep.
Well, we have two choices here from the way I see it. We go to this nest of white dragons and see if they've been hoarding these flowers, or see if we can find any around the nest, or we take you up on your offer and take the one from you, but that second idea leaves a terrible taste in my mouth.
The one that you helped me defeat was the only older one that I encountered. The first two that attacked me were juvenile. For there to be a nest that size, there must be an ancient one residing within. I am, in terms of the age of dragons, I am not very old myself. I have yet to have time to... You see, my loved one, she was... Any day now, was going to lay her clutch of eggs, and we were going to start our family, and then she passed away. A group of adventurous dragon slayers killed her.
Yes, there are many that misunderstand the ways of dragons.
Or who don't care.
Well, we are, white dragons are inherently evil, no? And he looks at Ko.
Typically, yes.
I would say, even though this is sort of an abandoned snowscape, if we go and dispatch this nest of white dragons...
We want to be very careful about fighting an ancient one.
What is your name, sir? Says that kind of as an afterthought.
I have not been given one yet.
Oh. Are you given one by someone else, or?
Once my kind reaches a certain age, it begins to take on the responsibilities of dominion. We are given our names and our roles.
Let's see.
Well, I am Ikrie. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Karth, the Hammer.
I am Lan.
Setari.
It is a pleasure to meet all of you. In Lan, you wield magics that I have never seen. They are quite impressive.
They are. They're magics I've never seen either.
I'm just picturing you're standing there with the gun like slung over your shoulder, holding the butt of it.
More or less. If it has a sling.
No, there's no sling. It's just resting on your shoulder. I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
But Ko's right. We could go around the nest and try and be sneaky to see if we can find another flower. Fighting an ancient white dragon is beyond us, I feel.
I'm still offering you this one. You can have this one. I will find another. I would not be able to return with this flower, for I would be dead had you not intervened and helped me.
Are you
That's-
sure?
But if you go and search for another one, what if you were attacked again by another white dragon?
Then I can only hope the fates to decide to bless me as they have on this day.
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but my idea is, even if we take that flower from you, I would still like to help you find one for your love. I can't.
Yeah, same.
I don't relish the idea of just, even though we did save your life, yes, we did a good thing, but I also don't relish the idea of just taking this flower from you and saying, well, best of luck, hope you don't die, and leaving. If we take the flower from you, I would insist that we help you find another one.
Or we can at least give you some cover while you search. We can do something.
That is acceptable, yes, and would be very kind of you. You have already helped me, but in this case, I will be giving you the flower that you have rightfully earned, and you can expedite my acquisition of another.
As long as my companions agree with this course of action, we all act and speak as one.
I think you know my answer.
Of course.
Ikrie says nope and runs. No.
Nope. You guys. No. Yes.
If obviously you want this flower to bring someone back, would you not be more in a hurry to bring them back? Would not seeing them be more important than spending however long helping me do this?
We still have some time. It hasn't been a year yet. I don't believe.
As important to us as I imagine your mate is to you.
Ikrie just looks at the flower. I mean, I want to see him, but I don't know if I want to see him today, so I don't mind.
Yeah. The not having to deal with the problems he makes has been pretty nice.
Nice little vacation.
Being able to see your mate again, I can understand how needy that is.
I've had many mates and currently have many waiting for me, so I also know this feeling.
Once you find the right one, young orc, you will only have one, for that one will become entwined with your soul.
Karth has a hard time understanding.
Setari probably just flinches at that a little.
You can have one and be complete.
Yes, Karth. That's how it's supposed to be.
He motions at Setari. Yes, your one is standing right there.
What?
No.
How do you spread your seed throughout the world and increase the size of your clan with just one person? It take forever. Oh,
Your blood and your clan do not have to be the same thing. My love is currently pregnant with the eggs of my children. She was when she died. I hope to bring her back, thus bringing back my children and carrying on my blood. But just because they are my blood does not mean they are the only members of my clan. You bring people into your clan through loyalty, through respect, and through love. People don't follow you just because you followed them. They followed you because you are worth following.
Finally, somebody gets it.
What, you didn't think we understood that?
Well, I mean, I knew you did, but you know, some of these other people over here,
Is Karth okay, or is he just kind of staring?
He's thinking. Always just thought my clan followed me because of our shared blood. I mean, there's love there, yes. I care for all of the members of my clan. I care for my family, but I thought it was...
Karth, from the interactions I've had with your clan, I'm fairly certain they follow you because of what you stand for.
That's actually nice to know.
Faith in one, whether it be a man or a god, is not something that you want to be obligated for. It is something you choose yourself.
Then, as my next choice, having this conversation, I am fully prepared and emboldened to take this flower from you and then help you find another one to save your love.
I don't know why, but I was really expecting you to be like, I am willing to die to help you try to find this flower. As Karth just giggles, and then I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. Yeah, when Karth tells someone, I will die for you, it doesn't really have as much weight right now.
Yeah.
If he tells somebody he'll die twice for them, then it...
Yeah. But then he'll just use orc ferocity.
Hey, just to be fair, if you actually die and come back, it's gonna go a long way in people thinking you're a deity.
Yeah. Pretty happy about that nat 20 roll.
That was insane. Sure, I'll do it. No, 20.
Everybody's like, are you kidding me?
Hey, you're Setari. You calm down. Auric is upset, not you.
She never saw the die.
She will. She will.
Karth is going to approach the unnamed dragon and kind of bow. Well,
He hands you the flower as you approach.
He takes it, and he's gonna give it to Ikrie.
I'll take it.
I assume this is closer. I don't even need a nature check to know this is some very unusual. This would be it.
You have never seen or even heard of a flower that fits this description ever before.
Okay,
Just
making sure.
Just leads more credence to, yep, this is it.
Okay.
Yeah, I look at it and just...
Well, I've certainly never seen anything like it.
I smile.
Alright, Mr. No-Name Dragon. I think we're all ready to help you find the other one.
We will certainly try. How long has it been since you've picked this? Do we need it to be fresh? How do we keep it prepared?
It has not appeared to wilt in any sense of the word since I plucked it.
Well, very well.
We'll just keep an eye on it once we get out of cold environment. Make sure that doesn't affect it.
I can take you near. I know where their nest is. I can take you near to it when you are ready.
Ko, you've been quiet. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You're good with this?
I mean, yeah, let's go.
Hydra was AFK for a while, so
yeah,
I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even. Oh, now I see it.
Yeah. I had to go use the bathroom, so.
I wonder if this dragon worships Apsu.
The dragon does look at Yuko. See him sigh. I worried the trek would have been dangerous for them, but I really wish I had brought some of my kobolds along.
Oh yes, they worship and serve dragons, do they not?
Where I am from, they don't necessarily worship us, as we do not believe ourselves to be gods. But we are rulers, and so they do serve.
From what I've seen, you seem a benevolent ruler.
I am young, I rule nothing yet. Hopefully one day. Although there is currently a power vacuum, the ruler of Jukon was killed, and so now some of our other people are trying to figure out who should rule in his place. Mortals are vying for power. We are trying to keep a dragon at the throne, whether they know it is a dragon ruling over them or not.
Interesting you should mention Jukon. The person we're trying to bring back was Jukonese.
They are very good people. I hate what is happening to my home and right now. Hopefully it can be sorted out soon.
So Kuroku wasn't a kitsune.
Hydra, I swear to God, if you don't start saying Kitsune.
Well,
I'm ready.
aye.
I
Lead the
suppose.
way. Can I give you a nickname?
And what would that be?
Karth stares at him, squinting his eyes, and a vein bulges on his forehead. Drago.
Oh, no, sorry, that is my cousin.
Oh. How about Nora?
Nora. That's okay.
Karth was trying to spell dragon backwards in his head, and I actually couldn't do it.
Well,
You can call me Nora.
give me a little bit of time to change out some spells. Obviously, Cone of Cold won't do anything here.
Nice to meet you, Nora.
No, you should probably not bring cold magic. I believe fire magic would work the best on these creatures. I hate.
Good thing I brought Fireball.
Generally, dragons don't like to see other dragons be killed. But all of us will make an exception for the white ones.
Yeah, they're.
We've run into
That
a
was-
lot of them.
What you have?
We killed Bessie killed 3 in the Dead Frost.
Oh, yeah, that was when we lost Kara.
Yes,
Oh.
and that's where
Is
I
this
lost my arm.
is this the Jukanese that you want to bring back with the flower, Kara?
No.
No.
Oh, no. Kuroku is the Jukanese.
Harako?
What?
Oh my gosh, that's the same person.
No,
I'm
we're in the
sorry.
same class, weren't they?
Your language is not something I use often. I mainly speak in Jukanese.
Oh. So the one we're trying to bring back is Kuroku. The one
mean,
that died is Kara.
He mostly went by Yoshido.
Ah, yes, Yashito. I know of him very well.
Oh, do you?
Oh, do tell.
What?
That is my love that I wish to bring back.
I knew it.
Wait a minute.
Pete,
This
you better-
whoa. This dragon is Ikrie?
Yes.
Yes. I have all the powers of a dragon. You didn't know this?
And all the powers of a 10th level fighter. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's real good. Basically, just keep being Ikrie, but gain a 12d6 mental damage breath weapon.
Hell yeah.
See, Ikrie is actually a summoner and took dragon as the Eidolon, and this is the Eidolon. We just didn't know the whole time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
She's really good at faking being a fighter.
All right. The dragon
Okay,
lifts.
those
The
are ready.
dragon lifts off the ground and begins flying in the air alongside all of you.
All right.
Well, if we're waiting for
Begin
Kobold,
a traveling.
All right.
it's the room next to
As
Noisy
you
Ice
as you
Machine.
get closer, you come across this almost open field where there's some ruins of old buildings and a cave behind it. Nora tells you that this is where he found the first flower and he was attacked. And if you look carefully in the distance, you can see some of them moving already. And you do see a couple young white dragons moving around in the distance.
Well, are we sneaking or are we trying to bring them to us?
Would be pretty easy from what I've seen of white dragons to get them to charge us blindly. The younger ones, anyway. But that may awaken Mama.
Perhaps.
If that token shows up on the battlefield, I want it to be named Mama.
Well, what a coinky dink. Because she is currently on the scene and hidden because don't know if she's actually going to come out or not. And I have already changed the token name to Mama.
Oh,
Thought you were changing the scene. Or are we staying on this one?
I don't want y'all to say anything yet. Do y'all just?
What do the rest of you think? We maybe try and bait the younger ones over here and take them out, or sneak?
We should be cautious about killing dragons' younglings.
If there is another flower, it is no doubt closer to the nest itself. I doubt this can be accomplished without battle.
Why don't we lure each one out and make them go different directions?
There's more than likely more than enough to follow each of us.
I know the very basics of stealth, but I believe they have good vision.
I have trouble spelling the word sometimes, if that tells you anything.
nothing I didn't already know.
Yeah, like how do you spell that?
I could.
W-E-R?
Karth kind of sits there and thinks for a moment. I could be bait, and you could all launch an ambush.
If we attack the nest, more than likely, they will do what they can to protect the nest. Maybe we can get the flower quickly and get away, and any that happen to chase us, we could handle.
I like that idea.
Yes.
It could work.
The only thing I could think of to lure them out would be there's no wildlife or prey around here. A tiger might be less conspicuous. So I'm not a white tiger, so maybe not. Depends how smart they are.
Are white dragons stupid or just insane? Because I feel like there is a difference.
The latter.
Okay.
They are stupidly insane.
I think we've
They're
dealt with those
stupid.
before.
Well,
Ahead of us, on the other side of that wall, is the frozen river. On the other side of that river is their nest.
well,
So I think the plan is either we're going in and just hoping they don't see us, or should those who can sneak split off? Do you have some invisibility or something to put up?
We could try a full frontal assault and just kill all of those foul creatures.
I like Nora's idea, honestly.
If we
That
don't slay
sounds
them all, they will come
dangerous.
for vengeance.
If there
Yes.
wasn't so many, and you say there's
Once
an
they
ancient...
get your scent, they will not stop chasing you.
You know, I'd hate to lead them back to civilized lands.
Maybe we just have to lose the scent, lose our scent along the way. That shouldn't be too problematic.
Well, I can't outfly these things.
With that powerful magic stick that you have there, Land, this should prove no problem.
You should save it for the biggest one.
No, I'm going to shoot them
I thought we were saving
indiscriminately.
that for the quit.
I thought you only had a limited number of shots with it.
That's true, but resources are resources.
Here, I'll go ahead and use this from the staff. Give it to Ikrie and Setari.
For
Well-
electricity?
You scream your vocal component
Yeah,
and
totally.
alert all the dragons to our presence.
I do.
You do?
Karth is gonna cast Shield Other.
No, you don't, Karth. Roll initiative.
More
All of you.
vocal components.
No, Ko, cast that spell. You do get the spell off, but we are rolling initiative right now. Ikrie? Your net 20 total was higher, so you go first.
Guess we're fighting.
Wow, you're
You hear
perceptive.
dragons roaring in the distance as Ko finishes his spell.
Yep. Draw my sword.
Jesus, did he scream?
Yes, that's how you cast magic in Pathfinder.
You literally like scream at the top of your lungs.
Not at the top of your lungs, but you have to speak in a loud. You have to effectively yell your spell. You cannot be stealthy while casting a spell.
Good to know.
Yeah, casting a vocal component always breaks stealth.
Ikrie, you moved perfectly to not really have line of sight of anything.
I noticed. But that was like 20 feet, so.
Or rather, it doesn't break stealth. It's just the DC to hear a vocal component is 0.
What is you were next to land when you started? Oh wait, no, you were down here. 5. Where did you start at, Ikrie?
She was
Like,
right next to
ain't
me.
Right here?
Yeah, you were next to me.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get where you are.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Does that help you see things?
Yes, I can see 3 of them. Ah, crap, I drew my sword.
This young dragon gets to hear Ikrie. And bites you. Or tries to bite you.
Gets the where, I can't see it. Okay. That misses.
Eh. There's a dragon there now.
I prefer there wasn't.
I see.
Go, it's your turn.
Well, I wasn't ready for a dragon to be in my face. Let's go ahead and use my Kobold breath.
Whoa. Draconic Exemplar? Is that you?
No, I think that's something else. I don't remember, but third
The
level.
Draconic Exemplar is the color dragon you pick when you make a kobold.
Yeah, so you
Oh,
should
yeah.
be blue.
Yeah. Yep, that's blue. Third level and 2 levels thereafter. 10.
Yeah, 5d4. Unless you have Dragon Breath, then it's 5d8.
Alright.
Yeah. Coded damage.
Then I step back.
Ko, your turn started. Give me a fort save. Or will save, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is not going to be good. This is for fear, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this. So that may come up.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. You critically succeed.
Cool.
So then he uses snow vision and sees you.
Oh my god, I love this.
That's my turn, though.
So you can only crit succeed or crit fail against fear.
Oh,
Yep.
it's a hilarious one. But when I realized it was only fear, I was like, it's not as fun.
Ikrie, give me a will save versus Phil. Phil. Don't get a field.
So just from this one, not from the first one?
Yeah, sure. The other one wasn't scary.
Okay.
You succeed. You are a frightened one. Shut up.
No, don't say it.
I'll just go ahead and not apply it.
You are frightened one. I have dark vision.
Yep.
It. Actually, no, it'll just land next to you.
Oh well, then that
It does not provoke.
does not provoke. You're right.
But because it is now next to you, you take that and cold damage, and then it tries to bite you.
Cool. So I take 1 cold damage.
You don't take any, right? It's a 4th level resist energy.
Oh, was that a 4th level resist?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it bites you, and look at it, see what the cold is, and factor all that. You take all that piercing.
Ooh, cold and piercing? Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. This one gets close to you. Ikrie, you take this at cold damage. Give me a save versus fear.
Where is it? Let's be on the other side of the wall.
It's literally right above you.
Oh, okay.
Here. Sure. It has the move speed. It goes there. Now you're being flanked. You pass. You are frightened 1. Shut up.
I have dark vision.
Well, he bites you.
He does.
It's the Sovereign Dragon's turn. Who flies to here. That is a crit.
Oh, glad he's on our side.
That's
Jeez.
also a crit.
Why does he need us?
That dragon.
Yeah, what was he afraid of?
The ancient dragon.
This one is a young one. The one y'all helped him against was an adult. Now it is your turn, Karth.
Well, after
Also,
seeing that,
dealt with 2 others before that.
Karth's just gonna yell, "I'm gonna go help Ikrie."
I got this.
Oh, yep, I'm gonna help Ikrie.
Oh yeah, now you see this situation.
Oh, that's right. You couldn't see all that.
Yeah, I've only got 3 dragons around me.
Yeah, we hear them
Three?
over there,
Oh,
but
Lord. I guess I'll go help Ikrie.
I'm gonna cast Shield Other on Ikrie.
Okay.
So let's see.
That's a good one to cast.
The walls around you, by the way, are between like 8 and 10 feet tall.
Okay, thank you. I was wondering.
And that's my turn.
I'm gonna act together. Actually, I'm gonna tandem move. No, I'm not. I'm gonna act together. Tikva is gonna run out. Yeah. And Lan is going to cast Eidolon Evolution Surge and give her a fly speed.
You can actually use her wings.
Yep. And then with my last action, Tikva is going to attack the adult dragon. Good job, Tikva.
Very nice.
You're flowing real nice today.
By the way, she does +1 good damage, correct?
Yes.
That does double. So now, so keep that in mind because all these are evil. So whenever you do your damage, tell me that +2, which is what this one would be.
So 32. This is all of my bad rolls in Warhammer. Now D20s start to work for me.
And then next time we play Warhammer, you'll be out of any good rolls. Setari?
alright. I assume this one near me is on the ground again, so I can go get it. I will rage. Just in case I'm raging first, because I don't remember if these things have attack or opportunity, so we'll find out. I'll go around it. Oh! Wow, that's a cool move.
You have no escape. It has the ability yes escape.
Yeah, it can escape from me running after it, yeah. Okay, it doesn't bite me? Alright. I will bite it.
But first, you started your turn. Lan as well. Saves for fear.
Oh,
Oh.
wow, this is a real scary dragon.
Oh, I need
That's
to.
2 on that die roll.
I need to do it as well. I'm assuming, or was I in range?
Yes, if you're within 90 feet of these
Oh,
dragons.
Okay.
Karth, you critically succeeded. Lan fail. Tikva fail. Setari fail. Anyone who failed, you are frightened too.
Okay, that's what I assumed.
And crit
Which
is
would
just
not
fine.
have changed anything on your nat 20 attack there, Keith. Yeah, crit is nothing. That's a hit.
Yay, she finally hit something. Welcome back,
it's
Setari.
It's dead.
DED.
Alright.
I'm about to regret my
Was that piercing or slashing damage?
That was piercing.
You take that in cold damage, and you were slowed 1 for 1 round. Only if you actually took cold damage from this.
Which
though.
I did not.
Okay.
Do I have to save at the start of every round?
Technically, yes, but I'm not gonna do that because there's so many. You're supposed to save at the beginning of every round for every dragon within 90 feet. That is too much to keep up with.
And does it still go down at the end of the round normally?
Yes.
Hey.
Okay, yeah, y'all can deal with that.
Yeah, Ko has a dragon, buddy.
Yep, that tries to bite you, Ko.
But why? Oh, hey.
It's okay. This
That
one's
is cold.
click on it, expand it. Look,
Nor the cold.
Alright, my
Ikrie, it's your
turn.
turn.
Cool. I take this one that Tikva and I are double team.
Giggity. You miss.
Oh well. And then I'm gonna regret life choices.
Hell yeah.
Are you doing it to where it hits all 3? Actually, I need you to put the template down on this one. If you click place 20-foot circle and then drag over to the map, it'll just do that. Make sure it
That's
is
what
on
I'm
a
doing right
corner. Okay. Hydra likes to go to template and expand it out for whatever reason when there's a button right there.
I generally did that too.
Sorry, Tikva.
Okay. Tikva needs a reflex save.
I
So
have
does
a
Ikrie.
reflex.
DC
Oh my-
is 26. Wow, good
Dang it.
job, both of you.
Well, Ikrie, you'll take half, and I'll take the other half.
Oh, come
Of
on!
course.
They all make their save.
Go ahead and roll your damage. Lan, you hear an explosion and they're like, ow, what just happened? Ko's not over there, what happened?
Oh, thank God Tikva took it and not Lan. Oh, wait, no. I'm thinking of something else.
Ah!
Guess another one?
No, did weird things with like. I still had Placid template selected.
Okay, you just provoked. That's cool. From 2 adults that don't have attack of opportunity.
Sure.
I say the young one didn't. I just walked by, so you know.
Well, I still dealt a good bit of damage. Yep, with that.
Hey now.
You're an all-star.